righty, welcome back. Makinde on the advice of Wike to the president. He said, beware of Wike. He said, be wary of him because he has gone that way before. Philip, the character of a person goes before him to speak before him. Makinde on Wike, he said, be wary of Wike. Now, we also know that Wike has said Makinde is not his friend. And the special advisor to Makinde came out and said, Makinde is too polished to be a friend of Wike. I mean, we used to be friends, now they are foes.
They said from both sides that they were never friends. They were just political associates.
Allies.
What brought them together was a political, belief that as at that time, the president of the country should come from the southern part of the country. And that's the common interest they had. So what it is it's said that there's no permanent enemy in politics, but permanent interest. So it was the interest at that time that brought them together. Now, talking about, the warning of Makinde to Tinubu, I think Tinubu should take it serious. But when you also look down at the speech of Makinde on that warning, he also said that the only reason why Wike and Tinubu are together now, they are birds of the same feather, and they can always flock together. But again, coming to the warning, Makinde is speaking from experience because he was once Wike's friend and helped Wike, whether you like it or leave it, to become the minister of FCT today, because they were the G5 who ensure that their party, PDP, do not win the election in 2023. Rather, they directed their energy and their power, their resources, their fund to ensure that the APC, as at that time, win the elections. And that's what Wike seems to be the head at that time, became, the person, the voice through which they were reaching out to the president. And he was duly, after Wike has gotten what he wants for himself, he never considered what happened to every other person. Because if you look at the G5, the governor of Benue, the former governor of Benue State, the former governor of Abia State, the former governor of Enugu State, what happened to them? What has become of them today? Where are they?
They are not being aroused by EFCC.
So when you say, when Makinde, issued that warning, Makinde knew what he was saying, and he gave clear example. He made mention of Peter Odili of Rivers State, former governor of Rivers State. He made mention of Rotimi Amechi, former governor of Rivers State, and he mentioned these Jonathans who ensure that Wike becomes governor, and that was the bedrock with which Wike grew to become who he is today, and that how much Wike has rubbished these persons. That Wike is a no character in that respect. That once he uses you to climb, after he climbed to the top, he pushes you down, he rubbishes you. That Tinubu should not think that his own case is going to be different. So I think Tinubu should take that warning very seriously.
All right, the first jab was actually thrown by Wike when they asked him of Makinde's ambition of becoming a president. He said, being president is not about being a PhD holder, an engineer or lawyer, not about waking up in the morning and saying, I want to be president. Some people just want to run, and at the end of the day, become leader of the party. He was talking about Makinde definitely because Shewa Kimboloye asked him about Makinde. Now, Makinde fired back and said his character shows his kind of person that he is.
Well, he said those things he read out, it's good for you to have it to be a president. But here he's speaking from a position of experience. He has competed for that office and he failed. And because he didn't get to be leader of PDP, that's why he's fighting. We'll take his word literally. He contested knowing that he might not win. He was aspiring that after contesting, he becomes leader of PDP. And he has failed. So Wike is a very interesting woman. He's a very interesting human being. And everything Wike does, people don't know, is about his personal interest. Wike will gather people. You think you're fighting a common goal. You're fighting for Wike. What happened to Secondus? Secondus was outspoken. He was everywhere attacking Buhari, doing everything. Wike put him there to secure that position for himself. When it was time for him to join with Secondus, no emotion attached to it. He didn't even allow the guy to accede graciously. he was forced out. Wike embarrassed him out of the office. When he was in line with Amechi, he was working with Amechi, fighting Omeya. It was about himself. He knows there's no way I'll be involved. Amechi will not reward me. When it was time for him to deal with Amechi, he does not do emotions. As I speak today, I feel sorry for my former governor. I feel sorry for him. None of them can today open up and say anything against Wike. Wike will destroy them.
That's Ibadan.
No, Ibadan, all of them.
Ugoyi has decamped now.
All of them, he can decamp and stay. If he say, oh, look at Tambua. What Wike has not said about Tambua? Tambua was Wike's close ally. And once you fall out, Wike comes after you with everything. Makinde's own it's quite fortunate. He's still a serving governor. He still has resources within his disposal to stand up to Wike. That's why he's doing what he's doing. Imagine if Makinde was a former governor. Wike would have destroyed him. So that is whom he is. And most times I look at these politicians, I feel sorry when we fight for them because they're all friends. They're all friends. Somehow along the line, those who will suffer are those people on the street that are busy defending Wike and the one that's busy defending Makinde. When their interests were aligned together, they will not consult you. Those ones that have fought have created internal enemies between themselves. These people won't consult you when they were aligned. Just Rivers is a test case. We saw how people fought for Fubara when he had issue with Wike. When they decided to make peace, did Fubara make any recourse to them? A lot of people lost in Rivers State, they lost properties, they lost friendship, they lost family. So we should be cautious when we fight for these people.
Well, not actually are we fighting for them. I think primarily we fight for the Nigerian nation that we love. And as it is now, they are like the public actors. Now, let me read what he talked about Wike. He said he accused Wike of being a tool of the president to cripple the PDP. He said describing the FCT minister as a fake PDP member. If not, why would somebody use talk to harass the people of the party that made him? I watched him yesterday as a member of the PDP. Wike is compounding problems. I mean, a fake member of PDP, which we all know already, but he still stand and say that I'm a PDP member. Why will Pikin not just leave PDP alone?
You see, Wike is on a mission, just like the advisor to Makinde said. His mission is to cripple the PDP, to ensure that the PDP is not organized to the extent that they will present a candidate against Mr. President in 2023. He has said it over and over. It is not. He doesn't pretend about it. So he's on a mission, and that is his mission is to cripple PDP. So it's left for the PDP member to stand up to Wike. It is not question of where he's not going to change. Wike is interested to ensure that Tinubu remains in office in 2031. So to do that is to one of his own contribution is to ensure that PDP fails to produce a candidate. Because if you take your mind back, PDP is the most formidable opposition party because it has structure across the 36 states of the federation and including the FCT. And whether you like it, with all the crisis and all that, PDP is still very viable in the country today. So that is why Wike will ensure that the PDP do not have a stable house. What I mean by stable house, in a working, a constituted national working, committee that can send name to INEC as required by law. This is what he's fighting for.
I think what he's fighting for is to gain control over that party.
And to do what with it?
Let me see now. If you gain control over a party, you can decide who will be presented to INEC. See, I can have PDP and present one Okoro that nobody knows.
That's what we're saying.
No, what he's doing there, Wike is a stooge politician. Listen, there is no permanent friend in politics. Today is with Tinubu. Tomorrow he will fall out. Where will they fall back to? That's what he wants.
But Peter, let me also tell you one thing.
No, he's bad. I'm not praising him.
No, because I know you are not praising him. But what I wanted to say is the fact that we normally say politics is a game. I agree, it's a game. You win. The reason it's a game is because you win or you lose.
Yes.
And when you lose, you take it in stride. When you win, I saw Governor Kumo praise the new mayor of New York and said he fought more than us. He won. Kumo and the guy was born in 1991. They are not mates in any way, even in politics. And Kumo graciously accepted that the guy has fought more than us. He if there is a game, the game must have two people or two opposing sides. You can't tie the hands of this other one and say don't play. It's no longer a game. Those are the things we must realize, because every day we now say police a game. You are tying my hand, my leg. There are rules to this game.
Oh, you give me rope to tie.
You
gave me rope to tie your hands. Listen up.
No.
Wait. I'm going to. When this started, PDP had the choice of expelling Wike. They never be because of the money he's bringing to the table. When they try to act, Wike went to court to stop them. See, when the thing has started, you should have taken an action.
What I'm saying, the game has rules. It's not whether I give you rope to tie me or not. You cannot tie me.
You see,
it's a game that has rules in which country?
In every country of the world.
It's not the same country that people that were elected a platform, let that platform with an party. It's always the rule.
That's why we are seeing the court overturning them right now.
Which one?
Of course, the last one that we
let it happen. Now, this case go to Supreme Court. They'll keep it there. How many days does this National Assembly have? That case will not be adjudicated till this 10th Assembly ends. Mark my word.
Philip, are you of the opinion that we should leave it the way it's being played? We didn't start it. We didn't formulate it. Politics is a game, and it remains a game.
You asked me,
and the game has rules.
You asked me a very good question. If we must practice democracy, we must practice it the way it is on paper. If we must play the game, we must allow the game to be. We must play the game by the rules. You cannot. We are not in one party state. We are a multi-dimensional party state. So if we are a multi-party state, every party is free to feed a candidate. You are not allowed to go into another party to cripple that party. That is no longer the game. So if we must play the game, we must play by the rules. So that's my candid opinion.
Well, I heard the president of Tanzania that was newly elected said that I'm better than all the men. Meanwhile, she has gagged everybody, put a lot of people in jail. The only good example we see, look at Obama. He governed well, and the people called him back for a second time without him not using the Republican rope to tie them down. It's not a game when it comes to that way.
PDP caused a problem. They should have expelled him.
You see this issue we are talking about. That is why we have two court order here before us. You see,
the country?
See, the Wike group has gone to the Federal High Court in Abuja to secure an order restraining PDP from doing their national convention, elective convention, where PDP hope to rescue themselves from the clutches of Wike. And yes, because it's a game, you say it's a game. The PDP also has gone to a high court in Ibadan and got an order directed them to carry out and even ask the INEC to make sure they are present at the convention and take proceedings so that they will be aware that people were elected. You see, this is a country where we are. You see, this is why this world cannot live by mouth so easily. This is why the president of America, Donald Trump, said Nigeria is a country of particular interest. That statement is pregnant. It's not only just the genocide, even the political genocide we are having, the catastrophe we are having in leadership. They are all important. They all make this country
a revolution.
All of them made this country a country of particular concern.
All right, a country of particular concern that has now become an acronym, CPC. If you don't notice, it's now CPC.
Yes,
country
CPC.
Of particular
Yes,
concern.
country of particular.
And we know that CPC was the one that formed the alliance with the Action Congress of Nigeria to bring about this dastard government that we have today that has not benefited the populace. Yes, I can say it because I live here. That's what it is. We'll be right back. Still on Landslide News.